This is Sylvia Saber with Optv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day.
Ukraine makes an exasperated plea for Western weapon. Russia now said its main focus is on taking control of eastern Donbas region, raising fears of divided Ukraine. Palestine's President Mahmoud Abbas has criticized the West's double standards while discussing with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Abbas voiced his frustration that Western countries raced to sanction Russia but have not punished Israel for subjecting Palestinians to ethnic cleansing. France's President Emmanuel Macron has warned against a verbal escalation of Russia's invasion in Ukraine. The comment came after U.S. President Joe Biden branded Vladimir Putin a butcher who cannot remain in power. The United States and Israel are committed to ensure Iran does not acquire a nuclear weapon. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken made comment after meeting Israeli officials in Jerusalem. The United Nations said that efforts were underway to reach a truce in war-torn Yemen ahead of the Ramadan. UN Special Envoy and Secretary General reiterate call for de-escalation by all warring parties. The Saudi-led coalition has launched airstrikes on Yemen hours after Houthi rebels announced a 3-day truce. The United Nations chief condemned a surge in violence as the war enters its 8th year. Afghan Hizb Islami member has won United Kingdom citizenship landmark case. High Court hears Afghan national as a teenager joined Hizb Islami when Western allies were encouraging volunteers to join militant group in 1989. Next, we have the national updates. Thousands of supporters attended Prime Minister Imran Khan's rally in Islamabad. Imran Khan has claimed he has written evidence that money from abroad is being used by the country's opposition parties to unseat him from power. The joint opposition has submitted a no-confidence motion against Chief Minister Punjab Usman Buzdar in the Punjab Assembly over his performance. Development comes in wake of increasing pressure within PTI to remove the incumbent Chief Minister. The meeting between the central leaders of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan Muslim League Qaid has ended inconclusively. PMLN showed reluctance to accept PMLQ's demand for the adjustment on 15 seats in the National Assembly. Pakistan Muslim League Qaid top leader Chaudhry Parvez Elahi held a meeting with Pakistan People's Party top leaders Asif Ali Zardari and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. The politicians exchanged views on the current political situation during the meeting. Pakistani woman and her minor daughter back home after 4 years in Indian jail for no fault of hers. It will take another 4 years for Sumaira Rahman to fulfill all legal requirements. 3 trapped colliers rescued after 5 days from Harnaim mine. Coal miners were among 6 stuck after methane gas explosion on March 22nd.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Up next, we have the health updates. U.S. doctors have successfully performed a double lung transplant on a patient with terminal lung cancer. The 54-year-old non-smoker underwent a 7-hour surgery at Northwestern Medicine in Chicago. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. The Himalayan brown bears are in danger of extinction at Deosai Plateau in northern Pakistan. These bears have lost 98% of their previous numbers worldwide. Up next, we have the sports updates. Pakistani boxers Asif Hazara and Usman Wazir successfully defended their international titles in the Dubai fight. Asif Hazara has successfully defended the Asian Boxing Federation title. England cruised into the Women's World Cup semi-finals with a crushing 100-run victory over Bangladesh. Australia will play the West Indies and South Africa will play England in the semi-finals of the Women's Cricket World Cup. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Deaf drama Coda won for Best Picture. Will Smith and Jessica Chastain took home acting awards. Dune is the overall big winner with trophies in 6 categories. Hollywood actor Will Smith has stormed the Oscars stage and struck comedian Chris Rock across the face for joking about his wife. The incident left viewers stunned, questioning if it had been scripted or genuine. Miss Universe Harnaz Sandhu has spoken up for the rights of hijabi girls in India. Harnaz Sandhu said, "Let hijabi girls reach their destinations and let them fly." Paramount's new action romance The Lost City topped the North American box office this weekend. Dark superhero film The Batman had another strong showing to place second. Up next, we have the business updates. Gas crisis seems to hit Pakistan in the summer season as well. Singaporean company has withdrawn from commitment to deliver 4 LNG cargoes in April, May and June. Asian markets fluctuated with traders hopeful for some progress in ceasefire talks between Russia and Ukraine this week.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.